Right, now then my friends, so in today's vlog we're off for fish and chips and I'm in Pudsey in West Yorkshire, which is in Leeds. Leeds. I have to do that. I think you have to do that every time you say Leeds, don't you? You have to say it 3 times. Anyway, that's not why we're here. We're here for fish and chips at the Wetherby Whaler. Now the Wetherby Whaler cook their fish and chips in beef dripping, which is really the only way. It reminds me and takes me back to when I had fish and chips when I used to come up to the Lake District and come through Yorkshire, especially with my parents, just to have fish and chips here because they were done in beef dripping, and it does make a difference. Now there is an argument that it's not as healthy, etc. Some people say it is more healthy than actually using vegetable oil, etc. But I can tell you what, that aside, they are amazing. I've been to them before. I've actually done them in a vlog before about, I think it was pre-pandemic, so must have been 3-4 years ago, and a lot of people have been asking me to go to this place, to the Wetherby Whaler, and I said I've done it before, but it was many moons ago. So we're going to go there again today. The great thing about Pudsey is there are 2 fish and chip shops here that are absolutely fantastic. You've got the Wetherby Whaler and you've got the Bearded Sailor, which I did a review on as well, and I went to the Bearded Sailor the other night with my family actually, and they were fantastic. They're brilliant. Which is the best? Do you know what? I haven't had the Wetherby Whaler for a few weeks, and I had the Bearded Sailor a couple of nights ago, so it's borderline. I think it's a fine balance, and I think in a place like this there's room for them both, to be honest, and it's nice to chop and change and share the love a little bit. Now this is my last fish and chips, because as I've said before, this is a travel, food and tech channel, and I've been trying to support local businesses, doing a little bit of businesses around the UK, etc. And we're going to fly off again next week. Lots of people have been asking when the Silver Fox is coming back into it. Now if you are new to the channel, he's a good friend of mine over in New York, and I'm nipping over to see him next week, and I've got a few surprises in store for you as well while I'm there. We're going to be flying off somewhere else hopefully, so but I'll let you know a little bit more about that later on when I'm there, but hopefully you're going to join me for that. But today's all about fish and chips, and it is my last fish and chips before I go to the United States. However, Gordon Ramsay's opened up a fish and chip shop in Times Square, and I'm going to be reviewing that obviously when I get to New York, so stick with me. We're going to have lots of food reviews as well, but today we're sharing the love. As I say, if you're new to the channel, do hit the subscribe button and click that little bell for notifications of when I upload new videos. Trying to give you content daily uploads, travel around the world, fly everywhere, eat lots of stuff, mainly fish and chips, full English breakfast, amongst other things. Anyway, without further ado, my friends, because I've rabbled on and babbled on long enough, blah blah blah, let's go. Right, here we are at the Wetherby Whaler in Pudsey. Now don't forget, we're going to mark these out of 10. I want you to mark them out of 10 as well, on price, looks, and also how I react to them as well. As I say, I've been here before. It is one of my locals, and I heads up, they are very good, so I really hope they're going to perform today. However, the last time I did go to a fish and chip shop a couple of days ago, I said earlier, I went to the Bearded Sailor over there, which were also excellent. Question is, guess which is the best. But as I say, I think it's a fine line, and I think in this day and age, if you've got really good fish and chip shops like this and local businesses, we need to be supporting them. So I'm starving. I'm going to get in there. Sorry, you can't say starving. I keep saying that, so I'm going to say Aunt Marvin instead. My mum used to slap me around the head when I used to say starving, so you can't say it. Sorry, Mum. We're going to head in there now, and we're going to mark them out of 10. So come on, let's get in there. Right, now then, my friends, here we are inside the Wetherby Whaler in Pudsey, and I have to say it's fantastic in here, it really is. And this used to be a garage many years ago. In fact, they've still got the original chain up there from the garage, which I've not actually noticed before, and I've been in here quite a few times, so they just told me about that, so it's quite interesting. Anyway, before we go any further, take a closer look at the menu, my friends. Right, so I've put the order in. I've actually gone for a large haddock fillet, which is $16.95. That comes with chips, also comes with a side of bread and butter, and also a tea, which is Yorkshire tea, of course. And then I've ordered a side of mushy peas and curry sauce. There's also a Whaler giant haddock, which is £22. I haven't ordered that because it is huge. I've seen it, and I'm not Beard Meat's food, so I'll leave that one to him. But I'm looking forward to this. It's all cooked in beef dripping, which really does make a difference, and I really am looking forward to this, actually, because I know this is really good, and I want you guys to mark this out of 10 as well. Don't forget, so get your scores at the ready. I'll see you guys in a minute. Right, my friends, well, these look absolutely fantastic. They smell even better, I've got to say. We've got the mushy peas here, the curry sauce, which seems to be controversial. I don't actually think it is controversial, but a lot of you out there do, because you say curry sauce doesn't belong on fish and chips, but it does. You people in Yorkshire think gravy belong on fish and chips. That's just wrong. We've got the bread and butter here as well. We've got my tea, and we've got the tartar sauce. So before we go any further, just take a closer look, my friends. Right, well, these look absolutely fantastic. I think we're going to get some vinegar on the chips first. Let's get the vinegar on there. Vinegar first. Okay. It's divided on whether you put the vinegar on first or the salt. I'm going to put the salt on there. Plenty of salt on there. I'm not going to put any on the fish. Take the bread off there for a minute. Okay. But I think, first things first, we're going to go in for the fish. Now listen to this. Wow. Okay, look at the batter on that. Wow. Wow, that's good. That is good batter. I'm going to cut into the fish here. This is haddock. No skin at all on the haddock either, which is good. There we go, nice bit of fish there. Oh wow. That taste brings back memories of coming through Yorkshire with my mum and dad. The beef dripping just really makes the fish and chips. I think it should be law that all fish and chips should go into beef dripping. Now I'm making a mistake there because I'm going in for the curry before the peas. Peas are spot on. Chips, nice and fluffy on the inner there, look. Nice crispiness, slight crispiness to the outer. Not a bad chip in sight. That's excellent. Make myself a chip butty. The only thing I'd say is they've been cut into triangles, which is a bit difficult to make a chip butty with, but I think if I came again and sat in the restaurant, I'd ask them to cut it the other way around, or leave them as a whole and then you can just fold them over and squash them down, but that's spot on. Let's go in for the curry sauce. Okay, I got a choice of Chinese or chip shop, and I've gone for the chip shop. That's good, got a little bit of a kick to it as well. Spot on. I think we should try the tartar sauce as well. Let's get a bit of this tartar sauce. Let's get the fish. Let's just get the fingers working on this. Get that dipped into there. It's going to be the last proper fish and chips before I fly off to the States and have to put up with Gordon Ramsay's. Wow, that's good tartar sauce. Very good. And I'll wash this down with a little bit of Yorkshire tea. The batter is sublime, absolutely superb. And the taste, that beef dripping. Wow. This is excellent. Nice fresh bread as well, look. The bread's very fresh. Not cracking at all, which is what you want. Fantastic. Do you know what? I'm going to enjoy this now, and I'll see you guys in a minute, and then we'll mark it out of 10. But wow, this is excellent. Beef dripping really does make a difference, believe me. Right, you know what? I'm going to stop right here and I'm going to finish these and enjoy these in peace rather than trying to film lots of different angles. Absolutely superb. As I say, this is my local, really, one of my locals. And I'm thoroughly enjoying it. A couple of points, that's all, but which you may have picked up on. But I'm thoroughly enjoying this. So we'll mark it out of 10 outside. You can leave me to it. I'm going to enjoy my fish and chips, my Yorkshire tea, and the last of my bread and butter. And I'll see you guys in a minute. See, what's wrong with curry sauce? You don't have gravy on it, do you? Right, let's get down to business, my friends. So, first things first. Wow, they were nice, and boy, can you tell that they're done in beef dripping. It's a totally different. It's God, it's just sublime. It really is. The taste of it is. It's leagues ahead of fish and chips that are cooked in oil. Personally, I think it's fantastic. Now the price came to £21.35. Now before we go, don't forget that is you're paying a premium there because it's sit down in a restaurant. They're obviously cheaper if you take them away. So one large haddock £16.95, mushy peas £2.20, curry sauce £2.20. So I mean, I go there anyway with my family. I split between there and the Bearded Sailor, as I say. And I had Bearded Sailor the other night. It's a fine balance really on which is the best. I mean, I'm not going to go down that route this time because I think they're on a par with each other, to be fair. The chips are fantastic, not a bad chip amongst them really, all spot on, cooked to perfection. The batter was lush, it really was nice. The peas not too fluorescent, you can't see them from outer space. The curry sauce had a little bit of a kick to it, could have had a little bit more of a kick to it, I guess, if I'm picking at things. My only niggle really was, and I don't know whether you agree, that the bread, when you cut it into a triangle like that, you can't make a chip butty out of it because it's just difficult. I'd rather have a whole slice of bread. I think I'd tell them that if I went in again, don't cut the bread. Then you can fold it over and squash it down and make a proper chip butty. You can't make a chip butty with a triangle. It's nigh on impossible. Nigh on impossible, man. And then if I'm being really picky, I'd say the fish was a tad thin, but that seems to be a thing at the moment with haddock and stuff. But it was gorgeous. It was meaty. It was tasty. The batter was, yeah. Well, we don't need to go into the batter. That was great. Yorkshire tea service was fantastic. I left him a tip. I had some change in my pocket, so I left him I think £2.50 or £3. Because I think he deserved it. Top chap he was. Connor, I think his name was. Top chap. Top bloke. Came over very quietly because I was filming. He went, "Is everything all right?" I was like, yeah, it's fine. So, all in all, service great, fish and chips great, bread cut it a different way. Robin Redbreast there. I'm going to go. And I have to go in there again. So Wetherby Whaler, if you are watching, this is not a bad review, by the way. It's a good review. It's an excellent review. Just have a think about cutting the bread a different way or asking people whether they want it, because it's difficult to make a chip butty like that. I'm going to go with a 9 point. I think you'll agree. 9 point. This is a difficult one because it is my local, so I'm not being. I love you, Wetherby Whaler, by the way, and because I'm coming back, I'm going to go with a 9.8. How's that? A 9.8. That's a solid score. That is. I've dropped a 0.2 off because of the bread, really. I mean, and slightly thin on the fish, but then again, there was plenty of it. To be fair, so it's mainly for the bread. I think it's just, but I'm sure you'll agree. Anyway, that's my last fish and chips in the UK, cooked in beef dripping, before I fly off to the US and do a few videos there next week. But join me in the next one, by the way, because I'll be in the UK for a few more days yet, and I'll be filming my flight over there. And don't worry, Australia's planned. That's planned in March as well, and I'm really looking forward to that. So lots coming your way, so please do hit the subscribe button and click that little bell for notifications of when I upload new videos, and I shall see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching. Thanks to the Wetherby whaler for being so accommodating. They didn't know I was coming, but I think they'll probably know because I'm from round Pudsey now. So that's all from me. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.